At the end of the year, How Is It Done's team makes a recompilation with their best YouTube videos from all of the categories of the platform. Last week, we did a preview with the content we will show during this week from the category Advices and Style. After the Twitter poll we made last week, all of you voted that best channel in this sector is Poco Se Habla Studios and Movies, so without any delay, here we go. YouTube is an online platform which hides a lot of secrets, from the darkest and scariest facts until the funniest jokes ever. However, how can you find the stuff you want to see between all this huge variety? My name is Águeda Valverde and I'm an expert in audiovisual communication. Also, I'm into tutorial videos. After spending all of my life learning how the internet works, I decided to create this show, which collects best educative content in YouTube. How is it done? Poco Se Habla Studios and Movies is a YouTube channel created at the beginning of 2018 by a 4-friend group: Alba Martín, Rocío Sánchez, Marta Suárez, and Águeda Valverde. They claim this project emerged thanks to the requirement of promote the audiovisual content they had to create for their university grade and their love for making art together. After Noelia Rodriguez incorporation, Poco Se Habla turned in a digital platform where all of their members contribute with topics related with their college activity and their current individual YouTube channels. In particular, this show is related to individuals' preferences from some of their YouTube channels related with fashion and style videos tutorial, and the development of their projects from the subject Técnica y Edición Multiplataforma. With any doubt, this group of girls has done such an amazing work inside makeup's world. However, do you know which was the first tutorial they uploaded? You don't? So here it goes. Hello, this is Poco Se Habla and we are finally back. To celebrate it, also Halloween, we bring you 3 perfect costumes ideas. An easier one, another one with a little bit of complication, and the last and the most difficult one. Here is the video. Let's start with something easy. If you are a little clumsy or you are not into makeup, you can dress up as a fierce wolf, and you will need a wolf mask, a cool outfit, and be very funny. You can also add some details, as a navy pair of gloves, and a funny tail to scare flies. For the medium difficulty, we have chosen to make up half of our face in a traditional way and the other half as a skeleton, but in a colorful and cute way. After moisturizing our face, we apply primer in it for our skin look as smooth as it can, so makeup can adhere in the best possible way. After that, we put aqua color makeup or white face paint in half of our face. While it is getting dry, we apply our foundation in the other half of the face. We also apply concealer in our eye contour, other imperfections, and in the lids. We set up everything and we start to mark the eyes with a dark brown shadow, which goes until the outside of the eyelid to extend it. Then, we will apply orange shadow in the middle of the lid and a gold one in the inside corner. We will blur these two and we'll use a fuchsia shadow to the external part of the eye. We use gold and green shadow in the lower part of the eye, and then we light the corner of the eye with a white one. We draw a medium eyeline and we start to define the contour of our face in an excessive way with dark brown shade. We put the highlighter on, and then we are back with the white aqua color paint. In this side of the face, we apply concealer as a nice shadow primer, in the eye contour, also in the lids. We blur it and set up the white aqua color and the concealer. Now, we draw a large eyeliner. We set it up with loose powder. Then we also apply orange eyeshadow in the middle and in the corner of our eye. During this makeup phase, we will do a color gradient in the highlight, which in the traditional skeleton makeup used to be black. Thanks to this, the effect is softer and colorful. We do the same with the fuchsia and purple shadows, drawing thinner lines with the last one, which will connect with one on the lateral of our face. With these colors, we contour our brow. We do our eyebrows with the same set of powder, and we divide our face with a black pencil. We also contour the cheeks and the chin with the same shadows, and then we define the nose with black pencil again. To look more dirty, we blur it with purple and fuchsia. Now we draw the teeth, make the smile bigger, and continue blurring it. To give more depth to the mouth, we use orange and fuchsia shadow. We apply black eye mascara, fuchsia lipstick, and we blur it to integrate the color, and we are ready. For the outfit, we only need some clothes with skeleton print on it, and then combine them in our favorite way, depending on how we want to look. For the third costume, we will start with the makeup. We apply in the corner of our lip and homemade prosthesis made with glycerin, neutral gelatin and foundation. Then we apply the final foundation and we blur everything. We reapply the mixture according to our worm, made with glue, wire and newspaper, to glue it in our skin. We also apply concealer in our eye contour and the high parts of our face, and then we blur it. We do the baking with loose powder, and then we start to make up the worm with different shades of brown. After, we apply a red-brown and grey shadow mixture in our eyelids, spreading it in our contour eye. Draw the shadow up to the nose contour and under the eyes. With aqua color or purple lipstick, dark red, fuchsia and white, I draw some veins and bones in some parts of the face. We integrate everything with a beauty blender, and then we do an excessive contour with dark brown. We mark our nasal orifices, cupid bow and external parts of our mouth with a mixture between fuchsia and dark brown shadows. We do the water eyeline with a white pencil, and we give form to the eyebrows with eyebrows gel. For the lips, we apply the darkest shade of red lipstick in the inner part of the mouth and a light one in the external part. We put our lips together to blur both shades, and then we also put with the beauty blender the remaining foundation in it. We apply fake blood around the worm and green food coloring in the corner of our lips, also in the teeth. Then we mark our eye contour again with fuchsia and dark brown shadows. We remark our contour again and draw some veins and bounds around the face. We put fake blood in our nose too. We draw a bruise mixing the shadows we have used before, and we do the finishing touch. Now, go to scare. We hope you like our ideas, and we also hope you give us a big like. If you want to be notified by YouTube when we upload a new video, subscribe to our channel and then turn the notification bell on. Until then, happy Halloween! I truly enjoyed watching these girls putting their makeup on. I don't know what has been more memorable, if the world sexist movement or the epic fall of the zombie Snow White. But the amazing stuff isn't over yet. Let's see what they offer to us for the Christmas season. Merry Christmas! From Poco Se Habla, we bring you the last video of the year and we all participate in. So, because you loved our last video, we give you 5 ideas with outfits and makeup styles for Christmas parties with this season color palette. Here is the video. In this look, we have prepared our face before we shoot using foundation, concealer and loose powder to fix everything. We start directly sticking tape in the external corner of our eye and we mark our eye with light brown shadow. To get the halo eyes effect, we use a very dark brown shadow in the external and inner corners of our eyes. Then, with a wet brush and our finger, we apply a silver shadow in the center of the eye. We finish doing a mark in the inner corner of the eye with a champagne shadow to brighten it, and then we apply black mascara. For the lips, we use a red matte lipstick, and for the finishing touches, we contour, apply the highlighter and the blush very softly. We have chosen a tight long-sleeve dress, buttoned to the neck and backless. It is made of black velvet fabric with a pattern of silver sequin lines. We decided to put the hair in a ponytail to show the back of the dress. The makeup we are going to do here is very simple. First, we start applying the foundation in different parts of the face, and with the beauty blender, we extend it according to cover the full face. After this, with the same foundation, we cover up the face imperfections. Next, we start with the shadows. First, we pick a dark brown one and we apply it in the socket. Then, we blur it until it fits perfect, and we add another lighter color with shimmer in the highlight. After, we blur both shadows again to look unified, and we also add in the inner corner a gold shadow. We repeat the same process in the other eye. Later, with black shadow, we do the eyeliner, doing the same in the other eye, since the inner corner of the eye until the socket. To sum up, with a night pencil, we fill the water eyeline until it is dark black, and then we add black mascara in both sides. Finally, we complete this makeup adding blush to our cheeks, and then we conclude with a dark purple long-lasting velvet lipstick. And we repeat the action twice to get a darker shade. We finish this look with a black dress. It is covered with fringe and tied in the back. We also choose a pair of black heels. We added some accessories as a necklace and earrings. Let's start applying the foundation around the face with a brush. Then, here we go with the concealer, applying it in the eye contour zone, and if it's necessary, we also apply it in some imperfections. Then, we set everything up with loose powder and we comb and fix our eyebrows with eyebrow gel. For the eyes, we start applying a primer to get the shadows fixed, and we set it up with loose powder again. We apply a dark coffee shadow in the socket, emphasizing in the external part to add some depth. Above that shadow, we apply a dark silver one with shimmer. We mark the external V very well up to the center of the superior highlight. Then, we apply in the inner highlight area a lighter silver shadow with shimmer up to the middle of the eye, and we blur it with the darkest shadow to look unified. With black shadow and a very thin brush, we do the eyeliner. We apply black mascara in both sides. Back in the face, we go with the bronzing powder and apply it in the cheeks, the brow, and the chin, and we apply light pink blush in the cheeks. After that, we apply the highlighter in the highest zone of the cheeks, under the eyebrow, in our nose and in the cupid bow. Finally, we apply a liquid velvet lipstick of burgundy shade. We complete the look with a jumpsuit that seems like a silver bracelet with sequins. For this outfit, we added a black lace bralette and high heels. For the hairstyle, we decided to curl the hair. First, we start preparing our face. Once we apply the moisturizer, we use a primer to reduce the pores and get our makeup to last as long as possible. Next, we cover the red spots and other imperfections with a concealer palette. We put the green concealer on those and cover the eye bags with the yellow one. Later, we apply a matching foundation and high cover corrector for an uniform skin. For the eyes, we'll make a smoke eyeshadow with red colors. After applying a soft brown shadow in the socket, we start with the external corner of the eye with a dark purple shadow and blur. We continue in the center of the highlight, applying and blurring a wine color shadow. To brighten up the center of the highlight, we use a metallic burgundy shadow. To make the color as intense as possible, we apply it with our finger. By last, we brighten up the inner corner of the eye with metallic pink shadow. As we use strong, colorful shadows, we need to balance the eye. For this, it is necessary to make the same thing in the lower eyelid, and we do the waterline with the white eyeliner. Once we finish the eyes, we apply mascara. We contour and apply blush softly, and we finish with a highlighter and a burgundy lipstick. This look is a short backless dress, tied to the neck. The fabric is covered in little silver sequins. For the hairstyle, we choose a high ponytail, which is the best choice for the back of the dress. First, we start preparing our face. Once we apply the moisturizer, we use a primer to reduce the pores and get our makeup to last as long as possible. Then, we use a high coverage foundation and concealer in order to get our skin very smooth. We blur everything with a beauty blender, and while we are waiting for the concealer to make some folds, we start with the eye makeup. We remark the eye socket with a light brown shadow. Having the concealer set, we blur it again and we do the baking to fix it. Then, we stick the tape in the external sides of the eye. We won't use eyeliner in this makeup, only shadows. With this technique, we made the eye look like if it had eyeliner. We apply black shadow in the external V of the eye, blurring it. When we get the desired intensity, we start with the cut crease, applying concealer from the inner corner to cover the highlight. Next, we use a metallic white cream shadow to continue the cut crease. We seal this cream with metallic white shadow in powder and blur the edges. With the same white shadow, we brighten up the tear. And with a matte white shadow, we brighten up the eyebrow arc. To make our eye look bigger, we apply white eyeliner in the waterline. We blur the lower eyelid and remove the tape. We apply dark brown mascara and fill the eyebrow with color fixer. By last, we contour our face, apply blush and highlighter, and delineate and fill our lips with wine-colored lipstick. This two-pieces look consists of a shiny blouse and a white long trousers tied to the waist. We really hope you like our new ideas and you give us a big like. If you want to be notified by YouTube when we upload new content, subscribe to our channel and then turn the notification bell on. Until then, Happy New Year! I don't know how can they have so much glamour jumping in this cute way, but I won't make you to wait for more because their third tutorial is my favorite. Get yourself ready because you are not prepared for what are you going to see. Hello, this is Poco Se Habla and we are so happy. The truth is our last two videos about Halloween costume ideas and Christmas outfit ideas have a lot of success. That's why we bring you a new and last video, ideas for group carnival costumes. So here's the video.
Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna really, really, really wanna zig a zig ah.
If you want my future, forget my past.
If you wanna get with me, better make it fast. Now don't go wasting my precious time. Get your act together, we could be just fine.
There is no better way to celebrate the return of this famous girl band than becoming one of them for one day. To become a Spice Girl, the first thing you need is attitude, but also a good outfit is essential. In this video, we are going to recreate some of their most iconic looks. We hope you like them and bring you the 90s spirit that we love. Let's start. Baby Spice, the sweetest and most innocent of them. Her most iconic feature are the pastel clothes. Much better if they are pink. We have chosen these pink sequin blues, a black miniskirt, and last but not least, sport with platforms. The more, the better. Scary Spice, the most daring. For this look, the animal print and the jazzy and shiny clothes are very important. In this case, we have chosen a top and trousers with tiger print. This look is easy to find in any shop. Sporty Spice. If you can practice any sport, this is your Spice. Also, this outfit is very simple. You just need sport clothes and put your hair in a ponytail. We choose these sports pants and top. Ginger Spice. To show your diva side, be Gary. You'll need thigh and bright clothes. Much better if they are red. This Spice loves her country. So, if you can get any clothes with the British flag, better. Posh Spice. The most elegant Spice. If you are like Victoria, don't hesitate. She is your Spice. Choose dark clothes and heels. For her, we choose a black short dress and heels.
If I stay with you, if I'm choosing wrong, I don't care at all. If I'm losing now, but I'm winning late, that's all I want. I don't care at all. I am lost. I don't care at all. My time, my life is going on.
It has become one of the most viewed series. Everybody's talking about it. La Casa de Papel is here to stay. In this video, we suggest the iconic look of this series as a costume. But be careful, people may think it's a robbery. For this costume, you'll need red clothes as a hoodie and trousers. Don't forget the Dali's mask. We've got some jumpsuits, very similar to those in the series. We really hope you like our ideas and you give us a big like. If you want to be notified by YouTube when we upload new content, subscribe to our channel and then turn the notification bell on. Until then, happy Carnival! So, we say goodbye to you after have learned a lot about fashion and makeup, having so much fun. Thanks to all the Poco Se Habla Studios and Movies girls, and to all of you for being with us one more day. Don't forget to participate in the next week Twitter poll to choose the winners for the entertainment category. Be nice and learn a lot.